Morning, YouTube. I went to the hospital earlier this week, suffering from a viral infection, lung damage, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the Chrysler LHS, the Chrysler 300M, when you want to replace alternator, I'm finding there's no good videos. Everyone's saying, oh, cut here. There's a couple videos. And then he goes and shows you the new alternator. Here's what you do, end of the video. Well, there's the bolt intact. The bolt is out of there. I'm going to show you how to get that bolt out of there without cutting this and all this. Does the motor look a little low? You're right, it is. I put this bar here on the body and right there, and I put this bar under here and I push down. It allows you to get this bolt out. How do you push down that much? Well, if you need new body mounts, this is the time to do it. He needed new body mounts. So you loosen this one, put a jack under here so this just don't fall. If you put a jack in the middle, loosen the rear mount, you can see it's down about an inch. This one's undone. Now, that gives you enough room to, don't just pry on the aluminum. So I went here, just a pry bar, right there, and I could pry it down enough to snake the bolt out. That is how you remove an alternator on the LHS or the 300M. I'm not going to bore you with undoing all the bolts because you have to loosen the tensioner. You got to take this bolt out. I just showed you. There's a bolt right here on the brace. You got to undo the wiring, and there's a bolt right there. Now we can wiggle this out of here. I guess I'm gonna have to loosen this bracket a little bit, but all there is to it. Let me just see if I can't go and, I just don't want people saying, oh, well, you didn't do this or you didn't do this. Sorry, don't have the GoPro set up ideally. Just try and do a quick that the alternator can come off or is loose. Okay, that's down enough. As you can see, the alternator is off. I just got to undo this wire and pull the plug so it don't fall on there. That is how you remove the alternator on a 300M or an LHS with the 3.5 high output. Real simple. And like I said, the plus side, if your body mounts are shot, which they're more of a foam type deal, chances are they're going bad. Now you can put in your new body mounts. 2 birds, 1 stone. Have a good one. Okay, again, alternator's now removed. Didn't cut it. Just drop your body mounts. And while we're here, right here, if I can get down there, right there is where your thermostat goes. Well, somebody put the thermostat in with an impact. That top right bolt should be slanted, just like that bottom hole. If you notice, the bolt's straight in. Somebody impacted it in there. Well, now we have won't heat up properly. So either the thermostat was bad or this temp sensor was bad. Well, we replaced the temp sensor when we removed the intake to do the valve cover gaskets. Then, after I did the body mounts, Valve cover did all this work. What held me up? I gotta get that broke stud off the thermostat. Because as soon as I put a ratchet on there, it just snapped right off. So it was breaking when they put it in, and they left it like that. So I got to get that bolt out. But yeah, we did all this work. It's all back together. We put a lot of new vacuum hoses on it because they were cracked and broke and that. The plugs were fried. This is a new hose. This is all in. It's all in there right. Everything is torqued. New plugs, new upper and lower intake gaskets. The lower, if you're gonna pull this upper, I'm gonna say pull the lower. And I'm glad we were changing that temp sensor, which is down under here. And you have to pull the lower. And I'm glad we did, because back here on the water ports, on the lower intake, it was starting to leak. So you know, if you're gonna remove the top to clean all the oil out, 3.5s are notorious for filling with oil. You gotta clean them. This manifold tuning valve is obsolete. You can still get it on eBay. You can clean them, put a new O-ring on it, put it back on. Clean the throttle body while it was all apart. Put a new PVC valve in it. PVC valve's right there. So yeah, we're gonna work on that bolt some more. And but yeah, this is all there is to it. Like I said, I'm seeing some horrible videos how to do an alternator, so I just thought I'd shoot a quick one. Y'all have a good day once again.